Welcome to the Retro Cup, and this is me, Abir,
This is me, Harsh.
and we are going to be taking you through these battles that we did. The first set was done by me, and this is a really fun team where we are using Crustle on the lead. And take a look, we are facing a Charmer, and this is one of those Charmers which is allowed in the Retro Cup because it does not have a fairy typing, and we're just gonna go straight for the Rock Slide because this will almost KO. It might even KO. I'm not sure. Never faced it. It doesn't KO, but then we snipe it with the Oranguru, yes. And the aim of this team is to draw out the Psychic counter so that Crustle can beat it and then Hypno can sweep in the back. So that's how this team usually works, and let's see how this goes. So we go straight for the foul play, which doesn't even do 50%. And this is probably going to be what, a Moonblast?
Yeah.
And does I get the attack decent damage, but no attack debuff, thankfully. So we're gonna go for one more foul play as we reach it. I think this could even be a CMP tie, or maybe not. Let's find out. Is he going to shield this? He doesn't shield this, and it's a CMP tie, yes. So we could shield and farm down. I don't remember what we did here. Oh, yeah, so we did shield. Okay, that seems like a smart thing to do. And now we can realign our Pokemon and take a look. This is an amazing matchup for the Oranguru. We go straight for the foul play here because this should grab a shield at least. It'll do a lot. So he does shield, and we don't want him to farm us down, and which is why we just switch out over there. And if this is a Bone Club, we live, and we die if it's a Shadow Bone. So he goes for the right play. He goes for the Shadow Bone, and now it's not looking too good because Hypno cannot really take a Shadow Bone. It can take one, but it can't take the second one, especially if he gets the debuff. Which is why we are going to no shield the first one, because if this is a Shadow Bone and we shield it and he gets the debuff, we won't live the next one. So we just go for that, and we're going for the Ice Punch here. What did he have in the back? I think he has a Cresselia with very low health, right?
Yeah.
I think he does, but I think we can just. I think it's over now. We can just Confusion him down, just like Shady says. And yep, that's going to be a GG, and we just go for the pointless Ice Punch. I don't know why, but yep. And you may have noticed that we are using a single move Oranguru because Harsh doesn't have the candy to get that.
Not Oranguru spawning this side.
Yeah, not a lot of Orangurus here, but we'll make sure to get the future sight hopefully by the end of this. Actually, it's doing quite well with foul play. We don't even need future sight. It's doing that well because we haven't really faced a lot of matchups where we would have missed the future sight. So let's get into the second battle, and like you saw, the team works really well because the meta is full of fighters, and it's also full of other Confusion users just like Hypno and Oranguru, and you're also going to see a lot of flying types in the meta, which we were honestly quite surprised to see. And speaking of flying types, here it is, a very good matchup for us, and he brings in the Ghost Tree. Kya naam hai iska? Trevenant. So the Ghost Tree is in, and he just goes straight for the Seed Bomb. I was expecting him to throw a Shadow Ball, which is why I was staying in. I was hoping to catch the Shadow Ball, but that does not really pay off because we take a lot of damage on the Rock Boy, and
Oranguru
is a super tank, and it can easily tank a Seed Bomb. And we're just going straight for the foul play so we can grab a shield because he will probably fight for switch because he doesn't want his Flying Bird to be aligned to our Rock Boy, and he goes for another Seed Bomb, which again we can tank this and we can farm him down. This is the power of Oranguru because people just throw in the ghost types when they see the psychic typing on top, and we reach another foul play. This honestly we are not expecting to reach the third foul play here, but we do, and which provides us a bit of chip damage. Good chip right there. And we can just go straight for the Rock Slide, but he reaches a Sky Attack, and that forces us to burn a shield because we don't want to go down with so much of energy. And at this point, I think we can just commit to the farm down because he's quite low, and we just get the farm. And he has a Wallman in the back, and that's why you should be running Crustle. Yeah,
that's good game.
But hold on, we can still get lag. That's our biggest enemy, and we are going to get lag here, and you'll see. And we missed the second Rock Slide. This would have easily won us the match right here, but it's
go battle
lag. But I think we still got this. Even without Thunder Punch, Hypno is so tanky. We can easily tank 2 Icicle Spears and just go straight for the Shadow Ball. So no point in shielding here. I mean, he could have Earthquaked us, but even if he did go for the Earthquake, he would still need 1 more Icicle Spear. So there's no point. Either way, we got this game. We just go straight for the Shadow Ball, and that's going to be a good game. We had no booms in this match though. I don't think we get a lot of booms in this. We don't have a boom move, but yeah, we'll at least get 1 or 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. So that's going to be the second game. That's 2 wins in a row. We're slowly climbing, and we're going to like get into the 2000 yellow range after this. After 3 sets with this team, we're going to climb over 120 points. I think we went 4-1, 3-2, 4-1, and I think this set has the 2 like 4-1s. Right, so we pick up a lead against the Ghost Tree. Ghost Tree is really bad for Hypno, so we have to keep switch here. But then he like switches in his like Vigoroth, and that's the best matchup for Hypno because Oranguru totally like bullies the Ghost Tree there, right? So we're going to use our Hypno here, and the thing here is that we're going to lag a few turns, as you'll see that we lose turns here. We do not sneak in a single like confusion, whereas he can sneak in a lot of like counters. So that's not the best matchup for us, and we lose the CMP here, and we're just like going for a shield because we don't really need a shield for the Oranguru to beat the Ghost Tree, and that's the reason why we shielded there. It's fine if we go down a shield as long as the Oranguru is on the Ghost Tree. And I think we can reach the next move, and they go for a snipe with the Frostlass, but and this is going to be the boom. I know we already gave away a spoiler, but we're just going straight for the shadow. That's a boom. It doesn't quite KO, but it's a boom nevertheless. And let's see what he brings in. He brings in his like Vigoroth, and I think the match is over because Oranguru can just simply like dominate the Ghost Tree here. So he didn't expect the double psychic team, which is the theme of our game here, and there's really not much he can do. But he's still going to try, and the match, and he can get it close. He can almost kill Oranguru, but we still have a full health rock bug in the lead. What's his name again? I keep forgetting his name. Crustle, yeah. So we still have Crustle, but we've already loaded 2 foul plays, and that's going to be a good game. Not quite yet because he's still trying, but that's not going to really help him.
Yeah.
And that's another foul play. Like to be really honest, I was surprised by how well Hypno did in this meta. Like considering there's so many normal types with Lick, like Lickitung and Snorlax and Greedent and things like that. But Hypno actually did quite well. Even though we didn't really face a lot of Lickitungs, but this team does really well. So this team is highly recommended if you are like super tired of seeing the same old meta of fighters, and this is a very spicy team. I think this is going to be one of the most interesting games because we cannot switch out of like Druddigon, right? Because this thing gets Night Slash, and Night Slash hits like a truck. So we have to stay in and try to like kill it with our Rock Bug. And we did sneak in a thing there, so a Smackdown, and he sneaks in a Dragon Tail, so we're kind of even. This will KO his shields. And I try to catch the Dragon Claw, so let's see if we caught the Dragon Claw or if he just went for the Night. And luckily we caught a Dragon Claw.
I think he's running single move.
Yeah, maybe he's running a single move thing. And he has a Talonflame. So I was really hoping that this move kills so that he doesn't get any extra farm here. And there was no point in shielding because he would have like won. And he sneaks in a 1 full Incinerate. That's really bad. Yeah, that's terrible. And he's going to get 1 more Incinerate, which means that he's at the next Flame Charge. And so we have to sack our Crustle here. We don't have a choice because even if we shield this,
but I think we come out. Yeah.
So we're going to sack our Crustle. I did consider shielding and farming it down, but we're so low that we may not even reach another move. So not much point there. At least we can farm down the Talonflame. Now it all depends on what he has in the back, and sadly he has the hardest counter to Hypno. One of the hardest counters, which is the Ghost Tree. But you'll see that Hypno, even in an even shield like scenario, because we both have like 1 shield each, we could have actually won this game if we didn't sneak in his moves. And as you may have seen, we did not sneak in any moves yet. But watch as he sneaks in 2 Shadow Claws, and that costs us the game. So he sneaks 1 in here. I don't know if you could see that, but you'll see that our health. You'll see it from our health, and we throw 1 here, and he sneaks in again. So he snuck in 2 Shadow Claws, and even though this one will KO, now we don't have enough health to live 2 Dragon Tails. If we could have lived 2 Dragon Tails, we would have won the game, but it is what it is, and that's a heartbreaking loss right there. But the team still does so well. So going 3-1 so far, can we get it to 4-1, or is it a 3-2 set? I don't remember, but let's find out. So we have Crustle into Latias, so another super spicy player on the other side, and he's running a Charm Latias because that's actually a pretty like good idea because
something different.
Yeah, it's really different, and you don't really have Charm users because all the fairy types are bad, but X is going to do a massive damage to Latias. It's super glassy. It's a legendary that reaches 3000 CP, so it's really glassy in the Great League. So we get our second X-Scissor off, and if he shields this, he must be very weak to our Bug Boy. Maybe a Talonflame in the back, so we're just like saving it. And we're shielding here because Latias has all like boom moves like Thunderbolt and Psychic. So
Goes for Psychic.
so no point in not shielding that. We had 2 shields anyway. And let's see what he brings in. Maybe he's weak to Oranguru as well. And he does have the Talon Flame, which is why he was not like switching out of that. And this looks quite like comfortable, to be honest. Let's see what happens here. Maybe he goes for Brave Bird, we no shield. That might spice things up. But he just overfarms. He had the move, but he underestimates Oranguru. He goes for 1 more Incinerate and loses a Talon Flame with almost 100 energy. 4 Incinerates. And that's really sad. So his last mon is his Altaria, and all of his mons were weak to the Crustle. But Hypno has this with the Ice Punch. He can try, even if he lands a Moonblast, he still needs a Sky Attack. So we're in a really safe spot here. So he just goes straight for the Sky Attack, and we'll just throw our Ice Punch and maybe smack him down, or we can just go for 1 Confusion. We shield here just to be safe. Like, pointless shield, but we had one, might as well use it.
Yeah.
So just to get that rare candy, 4 wins. You get that amazing rare candy after the end of a set. So that's going to be a 4-1. That's the first set that I played. And the second set is going to be Harsha, and he's going to be starting with his set right now. Let's see how this goes. This team has been quite solid, dude, hasn't it?
Yeah. Even with 1 move Oranguru.
Even with 1 move Oranguru, that's the best part. And this is a very bad lead because fighters
Switch
absolutely,
instantly.
yeah, we switch instantly to our safe switch, and take a look. He brings in his like lick user. That's what happens when they see that like psychic typing on the top, they just think it's going to be Hypno or something else, and they bring in a lick user. But with its part like normal typing,
We are resisting the licks.
yes, we're actually resisting. We are like single resisting the licks because Ghost takes super effective, but like normal, like double resist the Ghost moves. So it's actually resisted. I think we even like live this body slam, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like live it, and
As you
And
see,
it's-
we are fighting for this switch,
Yep,
so
yep.
we're gonna
make a play here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to, because if we can get Hypno on the Hitmonchan, that's going to be amazing, and we'll probably lose if we can't get that. A lot of lag going on, but we sneak in a confusion, and even though we are at like 2 HP, we are so tanky, and Lick is like double resisted, and he just snipes us. That's a good snipe. He gets rid of our energy, but he switch locks himself, and that's not going to help him. He probably thought that was the only psychic team, but no, we are running the double psychic team in the Retro Cup.
Yeah. Now
And-
he's stuck.
And he's stuck against Hypno. But the thing is, like, since he's a Shadow Hitmonchan, this is going to like warrant a shield. We have to shield here because we probably get like super low, but we leave with crazy amounts of energy. So even if it's like Ghost Tree, we can I think we like got it. So let's see what he has in the back. He might even bring in his Snorlax for some lick damage, but he brings in his Marowak. And
We go straight for the Shadow Ball.
we go straight for the Shadow Ball. We don't like masturbate here on this channel, and that's going to call for a shield. And I think we got this. We can just go straight Rock Slide. And he tries to catch, but he lost track of our energy, and it's going to be GG. Poor Marowak. He couldn't even get off a move.
The goat.
The goat. Zionix's goat goes down, and we all hate to see that. But yeah, this is a really solid team. Like, honestly, there was not much the opponent could have done because our team is really, really good against the whole meta. It's kind of an like anti-meta team. It takes care of all the like meta threats like fighters and other like confusion users. And so this is like Lapras, and you might think that this is like bad for Crustle, but it's not, because of Lapras's ice typing. So take a look at the Smackdown damage. Lapras is at almost 50% here. Like Surf would do a lot, so we have to respect it. And we'll try to go for a Rock Slide, but he switches out to a Poison type. So, and like Poison types are food for like Oranguru and Hypno, but he throws one. And is this going to be a Dark Pulse?
He's baiting us.
And Harsh is
Yeah.
a very good call of like baits, and he makes that call. That's absolutely correct call. And because actually I think he didn't even have enough energy for the move, but Hypno like comes in and he sneaks in a whole confusion, which won't really matter that much, but then still it's a sneak, and we always hate to, and he sneaks one more, and so he's at 4 or 5 confusions by now, but at least we'll get 2 shields. So it's not looking that bad because we can like one shot him with Shadow Ball and we still have energy. So we go for the X Scissor and we'll win the CMP against Hypno. So it's going to do a good chunk, 35%, 40%. That's respectable.
Yeah.
And at this point we thought that even if he like goes for the Shadow Ball and like kills us, that's fine because we can come in with Hypno. But instead he just baits. So that's not going to help him. And we lose the CMP, and you might think that we could have thrown our move, but the reason why we didn't do that because we needed farm on the Hypno, right? So that's why we let our Rock Boy go down. So that was a 100 IQ play, and he knows it's over. It's over, and that's going to be a good game. So as you can see, it's a very solid team. Like even if you lose the lead, you can always like come back with your Oranguru, and Oranguru can literally win most of the, like the safe swap situations.
Yeah, no one hard counter can take it.
Yeah, there's no hard counter in this meta, and we have a very spicy pick, which is Raichu, and we also have a call from Vishal Bhaiya. So let's see if we can get the calls right, because Raichu hits super hard with those volt switches. I mean, with those what do you call it, the wild charges, right? So we go for the X as a bait, and he still shields it, and we sneak in a confusion as he sneaks in a volt switch. Is this going to be the wild charge? And it's going to be, that does a lot of that. Does 70% to the bulky Oranguru, and he has his own Oranguru. So this looks really bad. Plus he sneaks in a Confucion, and that looks bad. So this match is not. Are we going to like win this game?
Let's find out.
Let's find out, because I don't remember, and this looks really bad so far. But at least we have our Rocky Bug to deal with this, and we initially thought of going for the farm down, but then we panicked and we just threw, because I think he would have reached the move, right?
Yeah, he was at 4 confusions.
Yeah, so he was at 4, he would have reached the foul play, and we didn't want to go down a shield. And he makes a very funny play here. He shields, but he doesn't throw his foul play. So I don't know why he did that.
I think he froze.
Maybe he froze, he lagged, or maybe I don't know what it was, but it's still not. It is over actually. I think it's over. But if he can like wild charge us with that electric rat thing, or if he can land a shadow ball, he can still win this. So we shield the shadow ball, which is great for us. We can overfarm a little bit, but we lag for a turn, and as you can see, the lag, and he sneaks in confusion, but it doesn't matter because he's not going to live the shadow ball. And I think, what's the name of the evolved Pikachu? Raichu. So I don't think Raichu can live the Thunder Punch now. We can safely shield this and just KO him with the Thunder Punch or just one confusion. Even though he baits us, yeah. But that's going to be a good game, yeah. But kudos to the opponent for running Raichu. That's quite spicy. Actually, that wild charge did a lot. 70% to Oranguru that hits hard. So I think we started with 2 wins, right?
Yeah.
So 2 wins on the go, and we are up against an Oranguru. This is where we want to see the Oranguru. Oranguru is really, really bad for the Hypno. So we're staying in. We're going for the Excessor. No sneak, luckily. And does he want to shield this? He does not. So he's going to go for his foul play. We might shield this and farm down. Yes, that's what we do. Because at this point, I do not think that he can reach a second foul play. So we're like counting his like confusions. That's 3. And he throws the 4th one and just goes down. So we are going to switch out instantly to our Oranguru so that we can like bait out his response. But it looks like he's very weak to the Rock Boy, because he brings in Galvantula. So we can like tank one move, and he sneaks in a Volt Switch again. A lot of sneaks happening today. I think this season was supposed to fix all the lag and all the glitches, but
yeah, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet at all. So this looks really bad because the Galvantula is loaded. He's like fully loaded. We go for the Excessor, which is going to get his last shield, and he throws another Volt Switch, so he's at 100 energy. He's almost at 100, or he's not at 100, but he is at least at 1.5 moves there, maybe even at the second move. So we have to sack our big Rock Boy. That's really unfortunate. And he brings in, he's staying in, okay. So he's going to go for a Lunge, or no, as far as I remember, he goes for Discharge. So I don't know why he made this play, because Lunge was super effective and it would also have debuffed us. So definitely a misplay on the opponent, but he does have Talonflame, and this looks unwinnable because we cannot like kill him with a Shadow Ball plus an Ice Punch, and he can just Brave Bird and boom us. So we're going to boom our own Hypno because but this is one of those booms in our video, so
yeah,
this is going to be a boom. And there goes our Hypno. So this was really unfortunate. Had we known that he had a Talonflame in the back, we could have saved our Crustle. But in hindsight, when he brought in his Galvantula, we could have expected it, but that's okay. That's just a loss there. You can't win them all. We're not Ash Ketchum. Ash doesn't win them all either. So he brings in his Fat Squirrel. What's his name? I forgot. But this thing is really bad for the backline because it gets crunch and it loads super fast. So he hits us with a crunch. Luckily, no debuff. This is really bad matchup. This thing beats our whole team. It beats every mon on our team. So we're just going to try to stay in because our Hypno can really deal with the Altaria with the Ice Punch. So we're not too scared of that. And this is going to be a second crunch and we shield it. Do we get the debuff? We don't get the debuff, which means that we might be able to live one more, but he reaches there first and we can't afford to go 2 shields down so early, so we just have to call it. And luckily he baits us. I don't know why he did that, but he baits us and that allows us to reach our second move. And now we'll get another shield, or we can flip switch. So we get switch here, which is great because Hypno can deal with the Altaria with Ice Punch, and Oranguru pretty much deals with the whole meta. So we're looking good, and he brings in his Frost Slash. We get off a lot of smackdown damage, and we're going to just bring in our Monkey here. Monkey can live one Avalanche, and since Hypno is a win condition, we don't have Future Sight, so there's no point in saving the big monkey, because it's not a monkey, it's more of an ape. Yeah, it's like an, what do you call it, an orangutan. I think that's where the name came from.
It's
yeah.
his name.
It's his name, true. So not a lot of brainstorming by the Pokemon team there. Just but yeah. So I think Hypno has this game because Hypno can just Ice Punch it, and Altaria may not even expect it. So he's leaving everything up to his Frost Slasher. So we can go for some chip here with the ice, and we reached the Shadow Ball. I think we even tapped on the Ice Punch, right? Yeah. We tapped on the Ice Punch, but this is where lag paid off for us. That didn't register, so we can get off the Shadow Ball. That's amazing. That's where lag helped us. And now the question is Frostlass at the back-to-back avalanches? We still need one more confusion. That's going to be 2 more Powder Snows, and we lose CMP, but we get there. So that's going to be a crazy game. I'm quite sure he was like not very far away from his second avalanche, and we get another win. So that's going to be another 4-1 in this set. Yeah. So that's 2 4-1s with this team. We also had a 3-2, and we gained over 120 points, and we can highly recommend you this team. See you in the next one.